Welcome to Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only LGBTQ daily evening news show. It's time to queer up the news. Wait. The news?
Kinda.
Not today, girl. It's time to celebrate. It's Saturday, June 19th, 2021, and it's time for Pride. It's been 2 years since we have seen a Pride parade in South Florida. The COVID-19 pandemic brought our LGBTQ plus world to a halt. But now it's June Pride Month in America, and we are returning to some normalcy. And in the LGBTQ plus community, that means a parade. Welcome to the national broadcast of the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival. Welcome to Wilton Manors, Florida, the gayest place on planet Earth. One of the nation's first major Pride celebrations returns as tens of thousands joyful participants embody this year's 2021 theme, Out of the Darkness into the Light. This is a joint production of one of America's most powerful LGBTQ plus media networks that includes WeMeg Events, Hotspots Magazine, and Happening Out Television Network. Merged now and united, we bring you the best of events, entertainment, and LGBTQ plus news. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Queer News Tonight, the world's first daily live LGBTQ plus television news show. We are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. The Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival national broadcast is anchored by Queer News Tonight anchor Al Ferguson. Tonight is hosted by well-known radio and television personality Faye What. Tonight is hosted by the anchor of Translation, the world's first television talk show with all trans hosts, Tony Lima. Tonight is hosted by the new anchor of Gay Town Hall, an entertainment talk show, Kitty Meow. Tonight is hosted by well-known trans activist Camille Lewis. Welcome to one of the first major LGBTQ plus parades of 2021, the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival. As coming to you from the famous Wilton Drive, Wilton Manors, Florida, we affectionately call the gayest place on planet Earth. We are live. Did you hear? Live. Right. So whatever happens, you're going to see it. And with these sitting around me, you're probably going to see it. The Stonewall Pride Parade and Street Festival is brought to you by WeMeg Events, Hotspots Magazine, and Happening Out Television Network. Now merged, we bring you the best of LGBTQ plus events, entertainment, and news. I'm your anchor, Al Ferguson, and this is the countdown to the 7 p.m. Eastern and the kickoff of one of the first Pride parades in the nation, and certainly the first one to be broadcast live. As I said, I'm Al Ferguson, and for this Stonewall pre-show and live broadcast of the parade, let me introduce who's joining us all tonight. Tonight, joining me are many fabulous and colorful personalities representing our LGBTQ plus community. First up, please welcome noted radio and television personality, Faye What? She's a regular on the world's most popular LGBTQ plus talk show, It's Happening Out, and the anchor of the travel news show, Happening Out.Travel. Faye, welcome to Pride.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Smell that. Do you smell that? Boob sweat and pride. That's what
You know, 1,000 people on the drive just said, oh my God, she drowned us all. All right. Next, please welcome famous drag queen Kitty Meow, an icon of South Beach entertainment. Kitty is the new host of the Gay Town Hall, an entertainment talk show premiering in July. Kitty, welcome to Pride.
Thank you, guys. I'm so excited. This is going to be incredible.
Incredible. Next, please welcome one of the most interesting trans activists in the country, Camille Lewis. With Transluminati, as a trans woman of color, she is a leader in her community. Camille, welcome to Pride.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure to be here and have balls in my face publicly. That's the mic ball, that is. I'm sorry. The mic ball.
I turned for that one. All right. Next, please welcome one of South Florida's most noted LGBTQ plus activists, Tony Lima. Proudly representing the Latino community, he is the CEO of Ariana Center, one of the most important trans advocacy and service providers in the country. Tony is the anchor of an important new talk show called Translation, the world's first trans talk show, talking about trans issues, trans news, and get this, it consists of all trans hosts. Tony, welcome to Pride.
Thank you, Al. I am so excited to be here. Feliz Orgullo, mi gente. We are here celebrating together, unified after this pandemic, and we can't wait to party.
What a diversity of hosts bringing you the Stonewall National Parade. Well, let's get the Stonewall Pride Parade and Street Festival underway. Remember, we are counting down to our exciting live broadcast of the parade as we go outside to the main stage on the famous Wilton Drive. Let's begin by taking a moment to talk about how we got here. Virtually all major LGBTQ plus events have been in lockdown for more than 15 months. Today, we celebrate our community's triumphant return. So I ask our Stonewall Pride hosts, remember the consequences of COVID-19 pandemic to our LGBTQ community. What's it been like for y'all?
God, last year sucked. How about that? Just straight up sucked, you know? And in our LGBTQ community, a lot of us don't have like blood family. We have our chosen family, you know?
Absolutely.
And during during quarantine, we couldn't be together.
Right.
We didn't have our families to like really lean on during such a tough time like pandemic. Prides came and went. We did them virtually, but it wasn't the same.
It was absolutely
Seeing
not the
all
same.
of my brothers and sisters out there and hugging them for the first time in over a year and a half, like, man, I needed tissues.
That's what I'm looking most important for tonight. Get an actual hug and celebrate. And this is like a double whammy for us. Oh, thank you. I hugged you enough last night.
Oh, wow. What did we miss?
What is going on here, right?
Well,
But this one is a double whammy because it's also a time of jubilee for Black, brown people.
Yes, of
So
course.
not only are we proud to be LGBTQ plus, but we're proud to be Black and brown and free.
Yes.
That's the key word right now.
Yeah.
Free.
And you know, Sean,
But that don't mean my services are free.
yeah. Wait.
wow.
Sean, you're an entertainment icon here in South Florida, and you made your living in entertainment that basically was closed. What's it been like for you?
It was actually quite difficult. I mean, our heads were just torn off of our bodies, you know? It was really stressful, but now we have so much to look forward to, and the anticipation is killing me. I cannot wait to see everyone on the drive for this spectacular event.
Well, it's palpable right now. Just
Yes.
walking down the drive,
Yes.
you see people visually celebrating with what they're wearing. People
Yes.
are hugging, they are kissing. They're having such a good time already, and we're just getting started.
And there's a lot of butt cheeks out. And
Butt cheeks! As a guy,
I've seen some pecs and some frontal areas.
Frontal areas?
Some frontal areas that made me kind of sweat a little bit.
yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm excited because I'm Bahamian, I'm here, I'm at this festival, and in the Bahamas, we don't have celebrated open prides where we can very well be ourselves.
Right,
It's a work
okay.
in progress.
It is. In the right direction.
Yes, absolutely.
In the right direction.
Well, and
Absolutely.
us-
On Wilton Drive.
And how about this being like the first Pride of South Florida?
Oh, yes.
This is like setting the bar really high for the rest of the prides that come after us.
And really one of the first prides in the entire country.
general,
Yes.
yeah.
Pride parades. There's virtual events going on. Later this month, New York is going to happen. But this is really one of the first Pride parades in the entire country. So it's really exciting. And I'm working on my teleprompter in terms of moving forward.
So they're expecting 35,000 people here.
They are?
Wow.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a lot more, personally.
I do.
And
I think so.
People are coming from everywhere.
From everywhere.
Yes.
Right? This is not just like the vicinity. These are people that are driving from Orlando,
St.
from
Pete's,
Tampa, from the Keys.
Sarasota.
Right. This
So
is
exciting.
redemption pride.
Yes.
I have to redeem
Redemption
myself
pride.
Oh, I
from
love
last
it.
year.
All right, well,
this is redemption
I
pride.
think we have figured out that we're excited.
I have some redeeming to do myself. Hello.
All right. So, for Florida, America, and our viewers around the world, we are broadcasting from the famous Wilton Drive in Wilton Manors, Florida. This is one of the world's most dynamic and largest LGBTQ plus communities. It's difficult to describe to the rest of the nation as we are sitting in a neighborhood that is 15 blocks long of every imaginable LGBTQ plus business and tens upon tens of thousands of LGBTQ plus individuals and our allies, all surrounding this main street. This is Fort Lauderdale and Broward County, South Florida. And we also have one of the best destination organizations for the LGBTQ community in the world called Visit Fort Lauderdale. Let me give you a sample. Watch this. Wilton Manors, Fort Lauderdale, South Florida. Oh my goodness. Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
Oh my.
Right? What do y'all think about where we live?
We are so blessed to be here and live here in Wilton Manors, Florida. Think about it. This is like the only place in the world that you can walk down the street with a jock strap on and a tutu, and it's not being pride.
Eating
and
a
you're
croqueta.
okay. Eating a croqueta.
Did you see Sean or Kitty Meow last night on the
That's
drop?
what Kim was wearing. Yeah, it has been for the last couple of weeks. But it's that welcoming here in Wilton Manors.
And even if you don't want to be naked per se, just simply holding hands is not an act of activism
Or
here.
kissing.
Right. It's life. It's daily, beautiful,
Right.
inclusive LGBTQ
Right.
life.
You know you're living in a great place when you have the largest progressive queer church in the world and the Eagle, this Magnus leather bar, all in the same place. You know you're in a great LGBTQ.
You can just be as gay as a bird here, and it'll just be okay, and have a gay old time, and I just love it.
I don't know if you heard Toto, but we're not in Kansas.
Definitely are not.
All right. Well, Wilton Manors and Stonewall Pride is unique in that we are a thriving and growing LGBTQ neighborhood. That's what we're talking about. But at Queer News tonight, we have reported the tremendous effects that pandemic has had on LGBTQ plus communities and neighborhoods. So we ask, is local important to you? We wish to take a moment to bring attention to why a neighborhood is successful. And we draw attention to the fact and ask, is there value of local business? Here is a perfect example. One of LGBTQ plus owned restaurants here, Bravo's top chef, Chef Josie, is the master of bubbles and pearls. They have been selected by Grubhub as one of America's outstanding examples of small business diversity, and Grubhub is during this national campaign during Pride Month. Watch this.
They call me Chef Josie, and we are here at Bubbles and Pearls in Wilton Manors, right in the heart of the city. Our mission here is about bringing the freshest ingredients to the table, creating very simple preparations around them and letting the ingredients shine. Food connects us all is how I believe we're going to solve world problems. It doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your politics or your sexuality, the color of your skin. Good food always drops everyone's defenses. Pride Month represents the most exciting time for the LGBTQ community. It's about awareness and visibility, recognizing that you're not alone. Grubhub helps us get our food from Bubbles and Pearls into the homes of our community. You can donate your change at checkout on every Grubhub order, supporting LGBTQ restaurants affected by the pandemic.
Well, big news and a big congratulations to Bubbles and Pearls. And joining us now is that Uber Bravo top chef. One of my favorite restaurants here in South Florida is Chef Josie. Grubhub reached out and said you were one of the best examples of small business diversity in America. What was your first thought?
I was like, what? Are you sure you had that right?
You know,
did you get that right? You know,
I got that right. Come on.
And by the way, to everybody in South Florida, this next segment that we're talking about local and how neighborhoods are important is probably going to be very difficult because dogs in Palm Beach with Faye and Josie sitting together
here we
want
go.
to be able to hear. This is so tell us some of the reasons that you thought Bubbles and Pearls was selected in this national campaign Grubhub is doing.
I mean, I think if I'm going to just admit what we've been committed to this entire time while being open has been about community. It's been about reflecting the community that we're a part of. It's about being a contribution to the community we're a part of. And it's about like bringing integrity of ingredients and quality at accessibility and with a vibe that really speaks volumes.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that's interesting to me about you and Bubbles and Pearls is you sit right in the heart of Wilton Drive, one of the most famous LGBT streets in America, heart of the neighborhood. You do these kitschy kind of posts in Facebook and Instagram, etc., and you talk about different things in your restaurant. And sometimes I watch it and go, damn, that's crazy as all get out. But you always talk about Wilton Manors, City Hall being across the street to the community, Wilton Drive of the street you're on. You always challenge people. Is local important to you? You always express gratitude for the support of the restaurant. And then the thing that I love the most is you shout out other LGBTQ businesses here in Wilton Manors saying, wait, support me, but also support them.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing message.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, when the water rises, all ships rise. That's how we come in. That's what we're about. I really want to see Wilton thrive. And that happens by all of us thriving.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But you know, you can't talk about Bubbles and Pearls without talking about the real reason why they got the Grubhub award. Because of their food. Next time you go to Bubbles and Pearls, we're there every Wednesday, right? Have the lamb, okay? The Impossible Burger is incredible. The burrata is incredible. The oysters are bomb. Ask for the specials, though. I've been there a couple of times. Ask for the specials, though.
My new marketing manager.
I'm sorry, South Florida and America. That commercial was way too
But no, I had an opportunity at your restaurant last night.
Thank
you. It
you.
was absolutely amazing. I had the roasted chicken, and I stole a lamb chop off someone's plate.
roasted chicken. She met this cute little boy that was walking down. And he got roasted.
Getting ready for
And
Pride.
I also tried your oyster beer, which was delicious.
Yeah. I tried that too.
Yeah, that's a collab with our boys at Orchestrated Minds, and that's like when two people have like-minded visions, we come together, and then boom, there you got it.
Boom.
Well, Farm Fresh, we reach out and thank Grubhub because national platforms like that draw attention to the LGBTQ local experience is appreciated by all of us. And we wanted to have Josie on because we thought in Pride Month it was a perfect illustration of why this neighborhood has survived pandemic and is also thriving coming out of pandemic. So congratulations to you.
Thank
Chef
you, guys.
Josie
Thank you,
at
guys.
Bubbles and Pearls. And if you're here in South Florida, you must come to Wilton Drive, of course, and you must eat at Bubbles and Pearls.
The kale salad. The kale salad too is fantastic. Add the shrimp. Add the shrimp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Love you. See you on the dance floor later.
Yeah, Josie, you sit there for a moment. All
Okay.
right, well, next up, the Happening Out Television Network has launched a new talk show focusing on the importance of the trans community called Translation. Watch this. Well, I'm involved in a behind-the-scenes way of translation, and there is literally nothing like this in the world. A show where the trans community are the hosts. It's led by my friend Tony Lima, the CEO of Ariana Center, one of the most important trans advocacy and service organizations in the country. Very, very exciting. And Tony's here, and of course Camille's here, who's one of the hosts of Translation. What do y'all think about this new program y'all are doing?
I love it. It gives trans individuals a voice, and it's an engine to teach allies and other people in the LGB plus community that trans people are here. The T is not silent. Here's our perspective on all issues surrounding us in the LGBTQ plus community, and it gives us an opportunity to talk without being interrupted. So the only way you can shut us up is by changing the channel.
You know, Camille, exactly. You know, Camille, before we go to Tony, one of the things that's interesting to me as a cisgendered, generally identified privileged white guy in the community is that trans women of color are the target of state organizations, legislatures, horrendously terrible laws, but worst of all, violence and murder.
Yes.
And it's women, people of color that are female. What is your thoughts in terms of being able to bring that to the forefront of what's going on in America?
Well, I have a life motto that I go by. I said, "Be the exception and not the rule." And what I mean by that, because right now I'm the exception right now, because if I was the rule, I would be that little girl that's afraid, that's probably on the other side of this building, peeking in, wishing and praying that your seat was my seat or whatever. So in response to your question, right now is monumental that I have the opportunity to speak on so many channels and so many levels to let people know this is how trans really looks.
Yeah.
Trans can look professional.
Yes.
Trans can properly articulate and be in a room filled with other business professionals.
This
is how trans look. Trans does not mean prostitute, disease-ridden, uneducated, or whatever. So that's why my life motto is be the exception and not the rule, because my life is the exception.
Yeah.
And anyone else's life can be the exception.
I love that message. And Tony, you're at the master of the helm of helping and leading as an advocate, and you're an ally in the trans community, leading Ariana Center. We love Ariana Lent. She's
our comic relief week after week on the show.
Tell us what your experience has been like in terms of seeing something like this and leading something like this. What's it been like for you?
Well, for me, this is just such an incredible opportunity because I, as a staunch ally, I understand the importance of allyship, especially when it comes to our most marginalized communities. And having the opportunity to create this show, to educate the L, the G, the B, to talk about hard-hitting issues, because this isn't fluff.
Fun things too.
Fun things too. It's a lot of fun, and I think the color and the personalities come out of our hosts, which make it even much more fun. But we're talking about really important issues that people really need to understand.
Yeah.
And it's helping to reduce the prejudice and uplift these voices that normally wouldn't have the opportunity.
Absolutely. And Tony, Camille represents today, but tell us who else is hosting the show.
So we have Misty Eyes, who we all know and love here in Wilton Manors. We have Ariana Lint, as we talked about, our comic relief. We have a brand new person that's in her transition. Her name is Schaefer Zarit. And we also have Raji Naren Singh, who we all know from Botch.
Iconic.
She's a reality TV
Yes.
star.
Yeah.
So all of these voices together. Oh, and we've just added a trans male voice as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're
Yes.
really excited about bringing this show to you weekly. Check us out. It's important to share. If we want to reduce prejudice, if we want to support
Yes.
our trans family, we have to share the show and participate.
Yes, absolutely. And if you haven't seen Translation yet, it's very unique because trans hosts are doing stories. They're delivering the news, like the evening news, like we do at Queer News Tonight. They're focusing on big issue topics. They're focusing on fun things. They're telling us about what's on their mind this week. We're going to do that segment here in just a little bit. It's really fascinating, and I hope you do tune in. Translation. And it's something new that you're really going to, I think, enjoy. All right, let's move on. The Stonewall Pride Parade and Street Festival broadcast is made possible with the generous support of Alive and Well community partners, a unique healthcare initiative in South Florida that benefits the LGBTQ plus community. Alive and Well Community Partners is a community-based organization bringing awareness to the community about sexually transmitted diseases and offering testing along with that awareness. Their mission is clear: to provide our clients and the clients with a quality and affordable care that will allow our community to have a safer, more enjoyable life. They serve the Miami-Dade and Broward County communities. Here to tell us about Alive and Well Community Partners is Monique Housen and Oscar Trebizon. Monique, Oscar, welcome.
Hi.
to Stonewall Pride. This is exciting, isn't it?
Hi, thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about what Alive and Well does in South Florida.
Okay, we are a no-profit organization, and our main goal is provide health care to the people that don't have income or the people that are underserved. Also, we help the community to get tested for the STD and the HIV, because right now Miami is #1 in HIV cases.
Yeah.
So it's a really big deal, and we try, to provide that help to everybody.
Yeah, and where are you located in Broward and Dade County?
Well, we're located in Miami-Dade County in Miami Gardens off of 441 and 183rd Street, but we are launching a platform where we're able to send people to test you in your homes. To offer more privacy, we could service Miami-Dade, Broward, as well as Palm Beach
Excellent.
counties.
Private home testing for STD?
Yeah.
Correct, and you
Oh,
could do a
that's awesome.
telemed visit with your doctor.
And a telemed.
Yes.
That's really interesting. I'm curious. Well, first off, we're really appreciative of Alive and Well to reach out in supporting the mission of Stonewall Pride and this national broadcast. I'm curious why you would be attracted to this kind of festival and the parade itself. Why? What was your desire in terms of why you wanted to support the LGBTQ
Well,
community?
I'm part of the community, and Monique is one of.
Child, we knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that, right?
And
you're an
Monique.
ally.
I am
Yeah.
definitely an ally,
And that's
fully
perfect
supportive.
combination.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ally and
The queen.
And the queen.
right?
Queenie's
Our
there.
queen.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's so
Our
cute.
queen,
I
yes.
love that. Our queen.
So yeah, we find this opportunity because
Wait, before you answer that question,
Yeah.
I think we might have stumbled into a new show at Happening Out Television.
Ally.
Ally and the Queen.
And the
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Well, that's us too. The ally and the
I love that.
Immediately, that was Al's idea.
That was
Yeah.
not ours.
Out
Okay.
of my mouth first,
Okay.
right. And so we're talking about why
Yeah.
you would help support Stonewall Pride.
a lot of the community, they doesn't know how to, get tested, or how to take care of her health in the sexual part, So we think this is a big opportunity because we spent around 15 months locked out for the COVID, and now we're out again. we offered that opportunity to everybody to get tested. You know, like we're here to help you. You don't need to go to a clinic if you don't want. Actually, we can go to your home and do your test over there, like private. Nobody doesn't know like we're doing that. So I mean, we're trying to help everybody, and I think coming here and show us that we're over there to help everybody is amazing.
That's amazing. And I'm curious because I really don't know. STD is a big issue in Broward and Dade County?
It is. It's one of the STD and mostly HIV. We offer like the free HIV testing, and the numbers are going up, and we're here to have it go down. And we offer a free prevention program, which we could get our patients on Truvada or Descovy, which will make them 99.9% resistance.
Non-detectable,
Yeah, well,
right?
that's
We
can get
prevention.
prevention.
Right, now I
So
got
that's
that.
what we really
Got it.
try to focus on, the prevention. So you don't have to worry, because we see so many people that come in. We get people from all walks of life. We're big supporters of trans. We have a lot of trans
Thank you so much for
patients,
that.
and
Thank you.
you know, we offer a safe space, and what
Safe
we
space.
want to do is make sure everybody stays safe.
Yeah.
That's our main goal, to make sure everyone, no matter what walks of life you're from, stay safe, and we offer that safe space.
As it relates to HIV, I read an article recently that really brought me to a stop. In the whole country, Miami-Dade County and Broward County, South Florida in general, had the highest new transmission
we're actually-
of HIV in America.
This is
Actually,
correct.
we're number one right now.
Number one and number two.
So that's
That
why.
is not an accomplishment that.
No, it's
that
not.
is not a
We
number
want to
that
get
we-
it
yeah,
down.
that's our goal. Like load the cases as fast as we can, because I mean we're getting a lot of people come back positive for HIV and also for STD, and that's really bad.
Yeah.
So our goal is, load the cases, bring people to the clinic, tell them that there's no need to be afraid to get tested. And I mean, if you come back positive, we got you. And if you come back negative, we want to put you in prevention, so that way you never come back
Yeah.
positive,
Yeah.
you know?
Well,
Yeah.
it's an amazing program. How do you get in touch with Alive and Well community partners?
Well, you could, it's simple as texting Pride to 72345. You text us, and
That's
somebody,
easy.
very easy. We have somebody available to call you right away. We have on-call people. We could get you in. Walk-ins are welcome. You can make an appointment. You'll see
Yeah.
this guy's pretty face.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could
And
come
yours
on
too,
and
by
mine
the
too.
way.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. But yeah, it's really simple, and we really, our main goal here is to let people know. I think there's still a stigma with HIV, that you don't have to be afraid. I know it's scary, but we could get you to an undetectable status where you can live your life, and you don't have to be so afraid of it. And that's
Yeah.
mostly.
So you offer like holistic support services beyond like social
We
groups?
do.
Yeah.
We do. We because we take patients without insurance, we
Okay.
offer we get our patients on Medicaid, we get them financial assistance. We offer the whole
Yeah,
shebang.
we'll figure it out like the best way for help them. And also we have a group of counselors. So if
Yes.
you have
Yes.
like any problem
Okay.
Yeah.
or something, you can go
Somebody
over there.
needs someone to talk to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
You'll
you
go
can,
over there
you
to
can go to Alive and Well Community Partners website. The text again, I love
Pride
that.
to 72345.
And text
Yeah.
Pride to.
72345.
I love that. That will give you access to telehealth. It will give
Exactly.
you access to home visit in terms of testing for the variety of things, STD and HIV.
And
Yes.
HIV too, yeah.
That is absolutely
And overall
amazing.
wellness visits.
And wellness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're not concerned about your health insurance status.
No, you
here.
do not have to
So
be
you
concerned
have
about
not
that.
a reason in the world
Nary a
to
reason.
not text Pride
So
to be able to do that.
72345.
That's right.
Exactly.
One more time. You're texting Pride to.
72345.
He's good.
It's absolutely wonderful that you help. We help you bring this message to supporting the LGBTQ community, and you help us bring
Yeah.
Stonewall Pride Parade and the festival
And we're so
to
happy.
South Florida and the
Yeah.
national community.
We're
Thank
so
you
happy to
very
do it.
much.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
We
much.
are so happy to have with us, and you'll see them all evening in the parade. Alive and Well community partners. We thank Monique Housen and Oscar.
Thank you.
Trebizond.
Thank you. Happy Pride. Happy Juneteenth.
Just one more time.
Yeah.
Don't move. Remember, Ally and the Queen is Al's
It's
idea.
Al's idea. Okay, you can take that.
Well,
You can
Well,
take
you
it
had
out.
an ally and a queen right here too. Could we do like a foursome?
I think we could do a
I
foursome.
think that's what we should do.
I agree.
Thank you all. Good night. Thank you all.
Thank
No,
you.
No, stay right there. All right. Update. We are less than an hour away from our live national broadcast of the Stonewall Pride Parade. June Pride Month. Let's move on. Ask us to remember and explore our history, especially our early roots of Stonewall. Many forget that the trans community, and especially Marsha P. Johnson, helped spark the first Pride in 1969, and it was actually a riot. We were moved when Velshi of MSNBC reminded the entire world of this fact this week. Watch this.
Pay it no mind. It was a phrase that became popular in the 60s and 70s among members of the LGBTQ community. When facing hate, many adopted the mindset, pay it no mind. But in 1969, the abuse against the gay community in America could no longer be ignored. At the time, it was illegal to engage in gay behavior in public, like holding hands, kissing, or dancing with a person of the same sex. So, gay, lesbian, and transgender people flocked to bars and clubs where they could express themselves openly and socialize without worry. The Stonewall Inn in New York's Greenwich Village was the hub for New York City's gay and trans men and women. Over time, in response to public pressure, bars like that became the target of violent police raids. Police would storm into the Stonewall Inn. They'd haul patrons and staff out into the street and arrest them. But on a June night in 1969, on Manhattan's Christopher Street, gay and trans New Yorkers had had enough of the harassment. They fought back, and the Stonewall Uprising began. Marsha P. Johnson is thought by some to be the person who threw the first shot glass. 1969 was a tough time to be gay and especially trans in America, but Marsha P. Johnson was unapologetically herself. Bold and fearless, she draped herself in elaborate outfits, painted her face with colorful makeup, and told wild tales of modeling for Andy Warhol. Tales that her brother would laugh off as just that, tales. But indeed, her tales were almost always true. Marsha P. Johnson was a trailblazer, but her life was anything but rainbows and butterflies. She spent much of it living on the street. That wasn't uncommon then, nor is it today, for gay and trans kids to be kicked out of their homes without work, without money. Back then, Marsha and her friend Sylvia Rivera built a safe space for homeless gay and trans people with an organization called STAR, Street Transgender Action Revolutionaries. Martha P. Johnson amassed a cache of nicknames over the years. The Saint of Christopher Street, Drag Mother, Queen of the Village, the Rosa Parks of the LGBTQ movement. One day, someone asked her what the P in her name stood for. Her answer? Pay it no mind. Even today, that is easier said than done if you are gay. Despite massive progress, gay people, particularly trans people, trans women, and in particular trans women of color, have it really hard. Today marks 5 years since the deadly shooting at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida. This fight is far from over. The only difference now is that for many of us, we've come to realize that our fight is their fight. None of us are equal until all of us are equal.
Well, Marsha P. Johnson, it gives us a great opportunity to make the connection to what started this in 1969 to the pandemic of 15 months of closure to the celebration that we have today. What do y'all think about what Velshi did in that program?
It was necessary. And the only thing is I loved that Velshi really honed in on who Marsha P. Johnson was, but there were others also, like Sylvia Rivera, right? Like this entire movement was started by black and brown folks together.
Right.
Black and brown trans women, to be more specific. So I think it would have been nice to get a little bit of a light shown on Sylvia Rivera as well. But I think these kind of stories are the stories that people aren't hearing necessarily.
Right. But that is an actual example of allyship and what it looks like for an ally to speak up for other people in the LGBT community. He actually used his platform for the greater good to give you a deep dive in that matter of minutes. He gave you a deep dive on Stonewall and Marsha P. Johnson. And I'm forever grateful to be a trans woman standing on her shoulders.
That's a wonderful observation that I don't think I've ever asked in the trans community before. When you hear about Marsha P. Johnson, like what Velshi did on MSNBC, as a trans person of color, does it give you pride?
It does.
In what it represents?
It gives me, it's okay to talk bleep and speak up for your rights. I'm so glad whatever she threw or whatever punch she threw, I thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Marsha, because it gave an awakening that you will not shut us up no matter what.
That's right.
No matter what.
Sit with that. We wouldn't be sitting here right now if it wasn't for that chocolate.
Right.
And it also, because I think her spirit lives in every trans person, because for me, from what I know, and probably from what you all know, trans people are innately a caregiver.
Yeah,
and so I think that it's Marsha living in people that's authentically living in their truth, because I'm a wuss for people, so know I'm a wuss. These tits always want a hand to lay on them. Come lay right here on Mama's tits.
You know what's also interesting about this? What's interesting is that it's about time that we're talking about Marsha P. Johnson, because for many years the entire story of Stonewall was whitewashed.
Yeah.
And there was no Marsha P. Johnson and no Sylvia Rivera and no trans women.
It's a really wonderful observation. We all celebrated so much Stonewall's 50th. We're celebrating Marsha P. Johnson more today than we did on the 50th celebration. And I think that is great. Leading up to the celebration today. And I'm pretty sure that tonight at some point, or in many points of tonight, there'll be here on the famous Wilton Drive all kinds of shot glasses thrown.
For different reasons. So if you see me running down the drive, screaming Marsha, I am not quoting the Brady Bunch. I am chanting my ancestral mother's name. Marsha.
All right. Well, this is a celebration, as you can hear, and that's what we're doing in this pre-show leading up to the parade. Today, for Stonewall Pride, for June Pride Month, it is a kickoff for a greater image of a great summer of LGBTQ events as we come out of this pandemic. Happening Out Television, We Make Events, and Hotspots Magazine have some fun things in store for you this summer. For example, Labor Day week, we celebrate everything grizzly. Are you listening, Tony?
Yes.
I mean bears. Watch this. Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
What do you think? Labor Day week?
So excited.
No,
I
Tony's
can't wait
getting
to
his
get my
beer
tickets.
ready.
I am. I have my little thong thing that I plan to wear. Super excited.
Okay, you're my brother. I don't want to see you with the thong.
I look really good in it.
Wait.
Okay, send me a picture.
How little?
It's little. I'll show you two if you
Does
want.
it need to be little for a reason?
No, it doesn't.
No, okay, no, I have that. I'm wondering.
I say
I'm
nothing.
Cuban, for God's sake.
Stop bragging. A lot of you might not know this, but Tony this spring was recognized by Hotspots Magazine as the bear we love the most.
Yes, of course.
Number one.
I love this.
And then I lost 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Now I'm more of an otter.
No, you're a wolf.
Yes.
See?
Exactly. All right. Well, we're very excited. Stay tuned. You can go to you can come to any of the platforms and see Bears of Lauderdale.
Yes.
It's getting ready. Ticketing is getting ready to be announced. It's going to be all kinds of fun parties. Now, can I just say, I want to move on.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about all of y'all in this broadcast.
Okay.
And I keep coming to one overriding thought.
What is
so
that?
I want to say to all of my co-host friends,
Okay.
fuck you.
Back to you. Watch that mouth out. How dare you?
You too, like.
Wait, y'all, that's a well, kind of fuck you. Watch this.
What the flock are you waiting for? What the flock are you talking about?
What the flock are you talking about?
What the flock are you waiting for?
Have you ever flocked on the beach?
To do that, the most fun you can have this summer is on Fort Lauderdale Beach. After pandemic, our flock can run wild again. We're going to mingle, and we invite our cousins from around Florida to join us. It's much more fun flamingling. Flockfest 2021. It's a nonprofit charity event in its 7th year and America's best beach party. We have hotel rooms waiting for you, VIP tickets available with open bar, and a weekend full of fun where the flock gathers again, July 9th through 11th, presented by Hunter's Nightclub and our partners Happening Out Television Network. At Flockfest, size matters. Now, we're thousands of participants, just 500 VIPs, 500 huge floats for the photo op of a lifetime. And well, guys like you. Make your reservations today.
What the flock are you waiting for? Why don't you go flock yourself? Flock, yeah. Me, you, let's flock around.
Me, you, let's flow around.
Flock, yeah, gay men. Fort Lauderdale Beach. Me, you, let's flock around. Don't you want to flock around with us?
¿Estás listo para ser parte del Flockfest?
What the flock are you waiting for?
Flock, yeah, gay men. Fort Lauderdale Beach.
July 10th.
Me,
You.
let's flock around.
Let's flock around.
Well, we're celebrating Stonewall Pride and a very special day. This is Juneteenth. Yesterday, Juneteenth became a national federal holiday as President Biden signed it into law. It's been a long time coming. And with what we have watched over the last 15 months in pandemic and also the Black Lives Matter movement that has taken place all over the United States, it gets us to ask questions about how the intersection works for the LGBTQ plus community and Juneteenth. So as a result, in celebrating Stonewall Pride Parade and the national event that is going on today, we invited our senior pastors from Sunshine Cathedral, the largest progressive queer church in the world. And so we have with us today Reverend Dr. Durrell Watkins and Reverend Dr. Husband to Durrell, Robert Griffin, to talk about the intersection of LGBTQ plus and Juneteenth. Y'all, welcome to the National Stonewall Pride broadcast.
Thanks for having
Thank you. When you saw Biden signing the law into law Juneteenth yesterday, what did y'all think, and what did you think about how LGBTQ participates in this?
Well, I think it was a moment that we could really celebrate and appreciate, but it was a little heart-wrenching. It's like, wow, we have yet overcome something else, and we're still not done. There's more work to do, but it was just a moment it was a breath-catching moment.
Yeah.
So it was really great.
Yeah. Durrell, tell us, please forgive me to be so casual. Your lordship,
yeah.
I
love Durrell.
I know Durrell and Robert very well. Durrell, in terms of Sunshine Cathedral and the embracement of moral rights, political rights, ethical rights, LGBTQ rights, what did Juneteenth becoming a national holiday mean to you?
Well, it shows that if we aren't active, if we aren't intentional, justice will always be delayed. Juneteenth is the announcement 2 years after the fact. If the news finally gets to Galveston,
people have been liberated 2 years longer than they even knew about because it took that long to get to Galveston, the message. So it shows us we have to remain active because on its own, the progress will be delayed.
You know, we have talked so much in pandemic because basically we were shut into our houses. Your services were suspended for a long time. You went to, by the way, you must tune in to Sunshine Cathedral on Sundays at 10:30. Happening Out Television Network helps support the Sunshine mission of having the largest progressive LGBTQ religious service in the world. An incredible experience. As many as 30,000 have watched the broadcast. Over the last 15 months, we've talked about justice so many times. It's a word in the Black community that is crystal clear. It's been a word in the LGBTQ community that has been crystal clear, and they kind of intersect with each other. And you say it from your position at Sunshine, justice. Do you think we're ever in any kind of relative short term going to get to a place where we feel like our fight for justice doesn't need to continue because we've arrived, or is that just a pipe dream?
Honestly, I hope we never think we get there, because if we think we get there, we're not going to notice that we aren't there, and we're not going to keep working for it. So I very much am afraid of the day that we think we're there.
Yeah. For Sunshine Cathedral, tell us a little bit about what is next for you. I hear about this global program that you're doing. Tell us a little bit about that. That's super interesting to me.
Well, it's a wonderful way for our global community to be connected from wherever they are around the world. So it's not just about what we do here locally, but it's also bringing our membership, our friends together globally to hear the message of good news from Sunshine Cathedral. You know, and our senior minister does a great job of really connecting us all to make us feel a part of what we have here locally. Connect us with places like Russia, Pakistan, Iraq, Jamaica, all throughout the Caribbean, and just anywhere we can find an internet to be in someone's home. They can get the good message of Sunshine Cathedral and be a part of what we have going on.
You know, when we celebrate Stonewall Pride Parade and this street festival today, among the first in the country that has come back to a parade, I think it's interesting that in this community we have so many major firsts that goes on. And one of those that is constantly in the forefront of my mind is Sunshine Cathedral. You're the largest progressive queer church in the world. When I first met y'all, it was kind of breathtaking to me that you dropped the word queer in instantaneously, because it's like, well, even if you embrace the LGBTQ community, it takes a little time to get to the word queer. Y'all just put it right out there and go, this is it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, queer for us means holy. And so we do embrace it. We are who we're meant to be. We are a community. We have special gifts. And so we want to embrace all of who we are and share that gladly. There are a lot of people who accept or enjoy or appreciate LGBTQ plus people, but we live our lives from that angle. We read scripture from that lens. We build community based on that reality. And so we're not just a gay-friendly place, and God bless all the places that are. We are a queer church.
Yeah.
And that's what we feel called to be.
Yeah. And we support Sunshine's efforts with a catchphrase that was created, that Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church. And we've asked all kinds of people, Sean's done it, Camille's done it,
Yay, thank you.
Of embracing the statement. And you two stand at the doors, and you're in your regalia. What's the right word for it?
Vestments. Yeah.
Regalia.
Yeah, regalia. Thank you. And you open the doors, and we see that beautiful shot done by drone of the rainbow coloring in the cathedral, and then someone doing it. One of the ones that we're going to show today on the main stage and celebrating this community and Sunshine Cathedral is the mayor of Fort Lauderdale saying Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church. When he did that, what was your reaction of him saying that? Did that surprise you or not surprise you? Or
It was wonderful to hear our mayor say that about the Sunshine Cathedral. You know, he's been there many times. He's been there for various programs. But to have the mayor to embrace what it means to be a part of the Sunshine Cathedral as a part of that tag is wonderful.
Yeah. Well, one last thing that we want to tell you about at Sunshine, they do all kinds of programs. Hundreds of organizations meet at the Sunshine Cathedral, and no, it's not necessary. Thank you. And one of the things that is important in terms of a fundraising effort is we have jointly, the Happening Out Television Network has worked with you at Sunshine to create an event, a travel event, that's going to go to Italy in your global program in April 2022. I hear like over 50 people are already on the trip. It's a fundraising event for Sunshine Cathedral. Tell us about going to Italy.
Well, I'm going to point that to the senior minister because he has a favorite place that he likes to go to while we're in Italy, and they serve wonderful pizza and wonderful beer. So I'm going to point that to him.
Okay. Well, tell us that.
I don't know what he's talking about. I love
Wait,
every
how
piece
long
of
have
food
y'all
I've
been
ever
married? How long?
Well,
Robert goes,
next weekend. I love everything about Italy. I'm so excited to go back, and I'm so excited that our global fellowship friends can join us and meet in person.
Yeah.
We form a community virtually. This is a chance for people to share a sacred experience and a super fun experience face to face.
Yeah.
Very excited about it. And it's very affordable.
Very affordable. In fact, we're going to show you something about it. This is an amazing experience that is hosted by Durrell and Robert. Well, before we tell you more about it, and before we are getting ready to go to the main parade stage, watch this.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Dean Trantalis, the mayor of the city of Fort Lauderdale. They say the gayest place on planet Earth, and Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
Super liberal LGBTQ plus.
Welcome to a special edition of Happening Out Travel, the LGBTQ plus travel club, unlocking the world.
In this special segment, we'll be going into some of the details of our upcoming Italy Hub and Spoke trip with Sunshine Cathedral.
I'm your anchor, Faye What?
And I'm your anchor, David Hopkins. Today we're joined by Reverend Dr. Durrell Watkins of Sunshine Cathedral to learn more about this amazing once-in-a-lifetime trip.
The Italy Hub and Spoke trip is being launched in conjunction with Sunshine Cathedral's Global Fellowship Program. So, Reverend, what is Sunshine Cathedral's Global Fellowship Program? Tell us about it.
The Global Fellowship Program is a way for people to fully engage and get connected with Sunshine Cathedral no matter where they are in the world. During pandemic, people found us, they were watching us, our production that Happening Out Television makes possible, and they found us and they liked us and they just started watching us week after week.
You had a huge following during pandemic.
Some weeks over 30,000.
Wow.
For a service. And then we started doing things daily. And so people started finding us and really becoming part of the life of Sunshine Cathedral. We didn't want to lose them when pandemic was over. And so we created these pathways that they could continue to be involved. If they're involved in another church or synagogue or mosque or coven or whatever, they don't want to be fully committed. So there are lower levels of commitment where they can also be part of us. Or if they don't have a religious home and they want to, there are higher levels of commitment where we could become their main church. And so our fellowship, our global fellowship program is just a way for people to be as engaged and involved with Sunshine Cathedral as they want to be and are comfortable being no matter where they are in the world.
So tell us some of the countries that some of your global congregants are from.
Belize,
wow.
Jamaica, Canada, the United Kingdom, Mexico. We've actually had people show up from places like Saudi Arabia and Russia, but the people who are coming back again and again are throughout North America, throughout the Caribbean, throughout Europe, and you know, it's a global fellowship, and so if you have internet, you have access to Sunshine Cathedral.
But Reverend, it's not just watching something on a screen, right?
No.
They'll be able to partake in a lot of other congregant services that would be like an in-person thing.
Oh, exactly.
Usually?
We have coaches, we have spiritual directors, we have deacons that can provide them pastoral care, one-on-one care. They ask for prayer for our prayer chaplains. They watch our daily programming and can participate online. Asking questions, making comments. Even on Sunday morning, people cross-chat with, they're finding each other and saying hi to each other on Sunday morning, just like you would if you were in the room.
Hey, they might find love that way too, Reverend. You never know.
You know what? Exactly. I actually met my husband in seminary. How much easier if it had been online, but there was no online in those days.
No, right? But this is incredible. I've never heard of a church doing something like this. Am I like just off base? Is there another LGBTQ plus church that's doing something like this?
There is not another super liberal LGBTQ plus church on, like us anyway. So this is one more thing that may make us unique in that, lots of people stream and you can see them, but that we are providing ways for people to be fully engaged and as much as they want to be, no matter where they are. This is a pretty unique thing as far as I know.
So that congregate can be of service from Belize to Sunshine Cathedral.
Oh, we're actually asking people to become greeters. Just like when people greet you at the door, we're asking for people to become online greeters. So yes, there are volunteer opportunities, there are ministry opportunities. You can take classes. You could become a deacon and serve in your area wherever you live. So, yeah, you can be fully involved.
Sunshine Cathedral, trailblazers, baby.
Mm-hmm. And one cool thing about this trip to Italy is then these people who have known each other online from around the world get to meet in person. And this is not only an amazing trip with great locations that you'll visit like Rome and Tuscany, but it's also a fundraiser for Sunshine Cathedral. Congregants will be able to travel in first class while supporting an important cause. Now, what kind of services do you offer that need fundraising for?
What you need money for, Reverend?
We need money because if we don't get it, we won't have any. And so that's what we needed, is so that we can have some. The money always is used for, obviously we're a nonprofit, so everything we do is in service. Of course, we hire people. We don't have a mortgage. We did retire that a long time ago, so that frees up even more money for ministry. But we feed over 500 people a week, including seniors and people with HIV. We provide space for lots of programming for 12 steps, for gay youth, queer youth, trans youth, performance space and rehearsal space for community arts organizations. We provide daily prayer services online. We provide weekly worship services that are both in person and online. We provide pastoral care for people all over the county, but now also online. We, whether it is emotional support or spiritual support or helping people who are housing insecure or food insecure, we even have services for the elderly. We're getting back now to, we couldn't do it in pandemic, we had to stop it, but we're now resurrecting it, where we offer on-site services at nursing homes. So people who can't get to us, and maybe they're not internet savvy, we still get to them and provide them things. So we serve our community in as many ways as we can, and the more resources we have, the more resources we have to share.
Let me tell you, Reverend, I don't know of another church that does as much for the LGBTQ community as Sunshine Cathedral. So thank you so much for everything you do. So you don't also get to go on an amazing trip to Italy for less than $1,800, but you also get to help a bunch of different amazing causes that you guys help on a daily basis.
And we don't do anything that we don't consider ministry. So even this luxury trip to Italy, yes, it is a fundraiser so that we can feed people and help people not feel alone or help people feel empowered. There are still a lot of people who feel condemned or shamed because of their gender identity or their sexual orientation. And we just want to affirm them and love them and let them know they are God's miracle and not God's mistake. So this money not only provides that, but this experience provides connection, history, sacred. They're going to be able to visit sacred sites.
The Vatican, Rev.
And all for the Pantheon, I love the Pantheon, but all for an affordable price. And so this is a first-class experience that isn't exclusive. This is inclusive. If you have an income, you have an opportunity.
So let's talk more about this luxurious trip. So Happening Out About Travel allows travelers to save their spot on this trip with only $1 deposit. We can then set up a payment plan for as low as $99 a month. The trip also includes, get this, emergency medical and travel insurance at no extra cost. Now we have to talk about this. How important is medical insurance these days? Cancellation insurance. I mean, we learned a lot from life in 2020, right?
Right.
Things that we had planned, how they say, we make plans and God laughs.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And now this is included in the trip at no extra cost.
That's what is so amazing. That I've traveled a lot. I've traveled to almost 30 countries, and I don't remember anyone just giving me insurance. Like, here, it's part of your prices. Here's all the insurance you need. Usually they don't even offer. I have to ask for it, and I've learned never travel without it, because yes, you will be sorry one day, but that this is just part, for the same less than $1,800, this includes this absolutely necessary insurance. So that's one less thing to worry about on the trip.
It's worry-free.
Yes.
And here's the thing, your insurance at home will not work
No.
abroad
No,
at all, not
I have-
even a smidgen.
Yeah, I have great insurance in the United States. It's useless to me in Italy. So, but I don't have to worry about that.
And also the payment plan, that means, like you said, if you have an income, you can go. That's such like, I would love to travel more than I have in the past, but I haven't been able to, because to have a lump sum of money, even $1,800, which is very affordable, to have that up front is difficult. So being able to pay it off in a payment plan is amazing.
And if you're traveling with 2 people or 3 people, then, you know, but still, you get to put almost nothing down, just $1.
$1 for deposit.
And then pay it out. And again, this is a way, this is inclusive, this is egalitarian. You get to have an amazing first-class experience that isn't going to be financially onerous to you.
Absolutely. And on your trip, you will stay in first-class 4-star hotels like the Hotel Papillo in Rome or the Hotel Biondi or similar in Montecatini Terme. Also, big one, breakfast and dinner are included daily, making your trip hassle-free. And that also just adds to the value. Like these are.
You know how much I eat? You guys have no
Yes.
idea. Like when I go on vacation, it's breakfast 1, breakfast 2, lunch, pre-lunch, you know.
Are you part Hobbit?
I probably am, David. And that is a big chunk of money that you spend on a trip is meals.
Yeah.
So to just think that that's 2 meals a day or already set, I don't have to worry about it. That's fantastic.
All in this one price, the same one price. Yeah. And you say you have no idea how much you eat. No one ever says that to me. No one says, I have no idea how much you eat. It's clear how much I eat. And so that is covered is that just adds to the value of this experience.
And this is not a hostel kind of excursion trip. This is a beautiful 4-star, luxurious
4-star.
hotels all around Italy.
Right.
This is
right.
no joke.
No, if it was a hostel, I'd become hostile. That's not what we want at all. These are beautiful spaces in beautiful cities with 2 meals included and other perks.
Well, like me not speaking Italian, finding restaurants would be difficult. I mean, I'll always find food. It'll happen. But to have them provided already for me is just going to make life so much easier.
This is one of the easiest trips I think I will have ever taken.
And to have the LGBTQ locals also
Yes.
there, like for just any need. Like I have the worst sense of direction, Reverend. Like really, I get lost in a paper bag. It's just how things go. My phone is not going to work there, so I can't just Google where I have to go, you know? I can very easily go to one of the LGBTQ locals, and that is already set for us, right, as part of the trip, and say, hey, I need to go buy shoes. Help me now.
Right. Yes, and that adds to the queer-friendly experience, is that there will be LGBTQ plus people there to help us have an authentic, but also a super queer-friendly experience.
So we call this a hub and spoke trip because once in Tuscany, it's an unpack once and go